Jason's Academy, Social Science, Class 7, Political. Lesson 5, Gender Inequality. Hello students, today we are going to start Political, Lesson 5, Gender Inequality. Gender inequality is the social process by which men and women are not treated as equals. The treatment may arise from distinctions regarding biology, psychology, or cultural norms. Some of these distinctions are empirically grounded, while other appears to be socially constructed. Gender inequality also affects non-binary people. Studies show that the different lived experiences of genders across many domains, including education, life expectancy, personality, interest, family life, careers, and political affiliations. Gender inequality is experienced differently across different cultures. Now, let's see that how this gender inequality comes from. First, it comes from the family. Gender inequality is set in the family even before the birth of a girl child, because the parent in our Indian society very often want boy rather than a girl. Sons and daughters are still treated differently in many families. The girls are expected to learn the household work and help their mothers so that they can become good homemakers. The gender inequality within the family influences the general attitude of the children of the family. So the girl and the boy very well know that what she or he is supposed to do and how he or she has to behave as per the norm set by the society on the basis of the gender. Second, it comes from the community. As we know that India is a land of worship, where we worship goddess Lakshmi, Durga, Kali, Saraswati, etc. But on the other hand, no one wants a girl in their house. Our community welcomes the child of a boy and regrets the arrival of the baby girl. So, group of these narrow-minded people give rise such a community where gender differences are seen. It is their thinking that continuity of a particular family name depends upon the boy and not the girl. A girl is considered as liability. Due to this reason, a male child roams freely in the community, whereas the girl child are placed within several restrictions. A girl is also considered as a pariah dhan. Third is school. Gender inequality extends to school also. It is the thinking of some people that there is no need of education for girl, as she has to go to somewhere else, so it is necessary for her to learn the household work and become a good homemaker. So the girls are deprived from the education system, as many think it is better to teach the female child household work rather than to send her to school. This is the reason why girls are either not sent to school or they are withdrawn from school before completion of their education. Fourth is public places. There is a lot of discrimination between boys and girls as far as roaming around in public place is concerned. If a girl is found alone in places like park, garden, cinema halls, restaurants, it is not considered as good. Similarly, in railway reservation counters, places where electricity and water bills are paid, there are separate queues for ladies for convenience, as they are considered as weaker than male. Next topic is social aspects of gender inequality on the basis of biological differences. Distinctions are made between men and women, and it is supposed to play a subordinate role in the family. Women are considered to be manually weak in spite of the fact that they do the heaviest work of all time. Today, our country has progressed a lot in many areas. Still, there are many families where girls are considered as burden and the birth of a boy is celebrated in the family and community. Parents differentiate between their male and female child. By hierarchy, men are supposed to have masculine qualities like bravery, confidence, strength, while women are supposed to have feminine qualities of sensitivity, shyness, weakness, etc. Values attributed to male and female hierarchy symbolize girls and boys of work. In our society, men are considered superior and women are considered the property of men. Women's productivity within the house and outside is always controlled by a man, for which the women are made completely dependent on a man. Mobility of women is restricted by norms and they are denied to access to the productive resources. Certain domestic work is taught to girls so that they can become a good homemaker. Women's labor becomes invisible because women are treated as subordinate to men. Next topic is feminist movement. The movement started by females for their right are called feminist movements. For example, the movement for right to vote. Next is women empowerment. It is a process to make females powerful by giving them rights and facilities. For example, right to equality. According to right to equality, males and females are equal. They get equal wages for equal work. They have 1/3 reservation in education, politics and transport. Nowadays, sex determination before childbirth is crime. The government has started Beti Bachao Abhiyan and Ladli Lakshmi Yojana for females. Nowadays, females have right in property of their parents. So students, here we have completed our chapter. In this chapter, we came to know that natural difference between girls and boys is a gender. And there are the social aspects which are family, community, school, public places. Societies should promote women's rights and increase their access to resources to lower poverty rates and faster economic growth. Change is required not only in government effort but also in the mindset of the people. I hope you all have understood the chapter. Thank you.